Hello everyone, welcome back. In this lecture we shall continue to take up problems on energy and power signal. In the previous video we have solved 4 problems, so we will continue with the problem number 5. Okay, so the next problem is x of n. It's a discrete time signal which is equal to 1 by 2 power n u of n. So before we take up this problem, we have to discuss two things here. The first one is unit step function. Unit step function. So what is an unit step function? Unit step function is defined with a small letter u of t, okay, which is equal to, this is for continuous time signal, small letter u of t is equal to 1, it is equal to 1 for t greater than or equal to 0 and equal to 0 otherwise. So whenever we say u of t, it is basically unit step function, okay, and graphically this is how it looks like. So this is time independent variable, this is u of t and amplitude is 1 and this is 0, okay, and this goes till t is equal to infinity, fine. So why unit step? So at t is equal to 0 there is a step and its amplitude is 1, so that's why it is called as unit step function. There is a sudden step at t is equal to 0 and that step value is 1, right? So this is with respect to continuous time signal. In terms of discrete time signal, it is called as u of n, denoted by u of n, small letter n, and it is equal to the same thing 1 for n is greater than or equal to 0 and equal to 0 otherwise. Okay, so graphically, so since it is a discrete time signal at n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to 5 and so on till n equal to infinity. Okay, this is the independent variable n. So its amplitude is 1 everywhere. It's a sample, it goes on. So its amplitude is 1 everywhere. Okay, and at n equal to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 till n equal to minus infinity. So there is no samples, it is completely 0. Okay, so this is called as unit step function. Now one more standard result we have to get to know to solve this problem. The standard result is summation n varying from 0 to infinity. This is point number 2. Okay, to solve this problem, point number 1 what I need is unit step function, and point number 2 I need this standard result. Okay, so summation n varying from 0 to infinity alpha power n, summation n varying from 0 to infinity alpha power n is given by 1 divided by 1 minus alpha, provided alpha magnitude of alpha should be less than 1. Okay, the value of alpha should be in between, I can write this as, if it is confusing for you, it should be in between 0 and 1. Okay, it should be greater than 0 and it should be less than 1. Okay, so this condition holds good provided alpha, the value of alpha should be 0 to 1. If alpha is 2 or greater than 1, then this I cannot apply this formula. Okay, so we are going to use these two results to solve problem number 5. So we will do it in a fresh page. So problem number 5. So what is the signal? Discrete time signal x of n is equal to 1 by 2 power n u of n. Okay, now what is our aim here? I have to check whether the signal is energy signal or power signal. If it's an energy signal, I have to find its energy, and if it is a power signal, I have to find its power. Okay, now what is this? Is it an energy signal or power signal? If it is a periodic signal, then it's a power signal. If it is a non-periodic signal, then it is a energy signal. But how do we check whether it is periodic or non-periodic? Only option is I have to plot this signal and I have to check whether it is repeating or not, whether it is periodic or not. Okay, now in order to plot it, so this is actually, it is a combination of two signals. The first signal is this one, so 1 by 2 power n. Okay, and the other signal is this one, which is u of n. So 1 by 2 power n is multiplied with u of n. Okay, so my x of n is 1 by 2 power n multiplied with u of n. So we'll try to plot it and we'll check how does it look like. So first I will plot 1 by 2 power n. Okay, where n is an independent variable here and it is varying from where to where, minus infinity to infinity. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and goes on, and this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and this goes on. So I have to give values for n. When n equal to 0, at n equal to 0, it is 1 by 2 power 0. What is the value of 1 by 2 power 0? It is 1. Okay. When I'll just slightly increase the amplitude. So it is 1. So this is my 1. Now at n equal to 1, it is 1 by 2 power 1, which is 1 by 2, right? At n equal to 2, it is 1 by 4, and this goes on. At n equal to 3, it is 1 by 8, and this will goes on. So it is basically decreasing, right? At n equal to minus 1, what is the value? 1 by 2 power minus 1, which is 2, right? It is at n equal to 2, it is 2 to the 4. So 1 by 2 power minus 2, it is 4. And at n equal to 3, it is 8. It is not as per the scale, but so you can guess what's happening, right? So it is basically decreasing. As a whole, it is decreasing, right? So this is our 1 by 2 power n signal, where n is varying from minus infinity to infinity, but I have taken from minus 3 to plus 3. From this only we will come to know how does it looks like. Okay. Now this is multiplied with, this signal is multiplied with one more signal, which is a what is this? U of n. And what is u of n? So u of n is actually 1 for n greater than or equal to 0 and equal to 0 otherwise, right? So at n equal to 0, at n equal to 1, at n equal to 2, at n equal to 3, 4, so on. So everywhere it is, its amplitude is 1, right? For other values of n, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, it is completely 0. Correct, no? So what is this signal? This signal is u of n. Now 1 by 2 power n gets multiplied with u of n. Now what happens at negative part of the n? So 0 for n varying from minus infinity to minus 1, everywhere it is 0, multiplied with any signal, I end up with what? 0, right? So therefore the sketch of our signal x of n, which is equal to 1 by 2 power n u of n, is so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So 0 multiplied by any signal, I get 0. For n varying from where to where? For n varying from minus infinity to minus 1. But starting from 0, I have everywhere 1. So 1 multiplied by this signal, I get this signal itself, right? So for n varying from where to where? 0 to infinity. For n varying from 0 to infinity, for n varying from 0 to infinity, this part of the signal. So 1 multiplied by this signal, I get this signal itself, no? So what do I get? So it is 1 here. At n equal to 1, it is 1 by 2. At n equal to 2, it is 1 by 4. At n equal to 3, it is 1 by 8. At n equal to 4, it is 1 by 16, and this goes on. Okay. So at n equal to what? At n equal to infinity, this goes to 0. The sample goes to 0. Okay. Now this is our x of n signal. So is it repeating? Whether the samples are repeating after a particular time interval? No, right? It is basically decreasing, exponentially decreasing. Okay. So therefore it's a non-periodic signal. It's a non-periodic signal, and also it's a what? Energy or power? It's a energy signal. So I need to find its energy. Okay. So we'll do it in the next page. So energy, what is the formula to find energy of a signal? It is summation n varying from 0 minus infinity to infinity, the square of the signal, x square of n, right? So energy is equal to summation n varying from where to where? So as per the formula, it is minus infinity to infinity, but since there is no samples from minus infinity to minus 1, so our signal starts from 0 till where? Till infinity, right? So from 0 to infinity, what is the signal? Signal is what? 1 by 2 power n, right? So u of n. Now it is summation n varying from so minus infinity to infinity, the signal which is 1 by 2 power n u of n and square of it, so I would say square. Okay, now so energy is equal to summation n varying from minus infinity to infinity. So what I'll do, I'll split these two equation, 1 by 2 power, I'll take these two inside, so I have n, so when I take this 2 inside I get 2n, and this is u of n whole square, right? And what is u of n whole square? It is u of n itself, right? Because u of n is 1 everywhere, correct? No, so u of n whole square, it is u of n itself. So energy is equal to summation n varying from minus infinity to infinity 1 by 2 power 2n u of n, right? And u of n, what is the value of u of n? I mean, u of n is defined from where to where. So u of n is defined from, so 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 dot dot dot. So u of n is defined from 0 to infinity, right? So what about the other values of n? It is completely 0. So what I'll do, I'll make this summation n varying from 0 to infinity, starting from 0 to infinity. Why? Because it is completely 0 for other values of I mean negative values of n, right? So it is 1 by 2 power 2n, and what is u of n for n varying from 0 to infinity? It is 1, right? So it is 1, because it is 1 everywhere for n varying from 0 to infinity. For n varying from 0 to infinity, u of n is 1. Okay, now energy is equal to, so summation n varying from 0 to infinity. What I'll do, I'll take this 2 inside, so I get 1 by 4 power n. Okay, now what is that standard result? Summation n varying from 0 to infinity alpha power n is equal to what? It is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus alpha, right? Provided alpha should be in between 0 and 1. So whether our alpha is in between 0 and 1, what is the value of alpha? So alpha is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 is in between 0 and 1. Therefore, I can apply this standard result. Okay, so what do I get? E is equal to, so summation n varying from 0 to infinity alpha power n is what? 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. 1 divided by 1 minus, what is the value of alpha? It is 1 by 4, right? And this is equal to 1 divided by 4 minus 1, 3 by 4. And this is equal to, energy is equal to 4 by 3 joules. Okay, so this is the, so we'll take up one more problem, problem number 6. X of t is equal to RECT of t by t naught. RECT of t by t naught. So before we solve the problem, we have to see what is RECT of t. Okay, it's a rectangular pulse. RECT is a rectangular pulse, and this is standard signal. RECT of t is defined by, it is actually 1. It is 1 for t varying from minus half to half and equal to 0 otherwise. This is what RECT of t looks like. I mean, in terms of mathematical equation, in terms of graphical representation. So this is our t. This is RECT of t 0, and it is defined for t varying from where to where? Minus half to half. And what is its amplitude? Its amplitude is 1. So its amplitude is 1. Okay, and equal to 0 otherwise. Okay, this is how RECT of t is defined. But as per the problem, so what is that given? RECT of t by t naught. Now if RECT of t is this, so how do I write RECT of t by t naught? Wherever t is there, you replace it by t by t naught. So it is equal to 1 for minus 1 by 2 less than or equal to t. It's not t. In this case, it is t by t naught to 1 by 2 and equal to 0 otherwise. Right? Now what I'll do, I'll take this t naught to the other side, both in the left hand side as well as right hand side. So what do I get? RECT of, I will write it here, RECT of t by t naught is given by, so this t naught goes to the other side both in the left and right side. So what do I get? Minus T naught by 2 less than or equal to T less than or equal to plus T naught by 2. Okay, so it is 1, amplitude is 1 and equal to 0 otherwise, and equal to 0 otherwise. Okay, so for T naught by 2 to T naught minus T naught by 2 to plus T naught by 2, amplitude is 1 and equal to 0 otherwise. Okay, so how did I get this T naught? Because of this. Okay, and where did this come from? Because of the problem, RECT of T by T naught. Okay, so graphically this is how it looks like. So this is T is equal to 0 and this is minus T naught by 2, this is plus T naught by 2 and its amplitude is 1. So this is RECT of T by T naught. So is this periodic or non-periodic? It's a non-periodic signal, right? So it's not repeating, so therefore it's a energy signal. It's a energy signal. Now I need to find its energy. So how do I find its energy? So energy is equal to integrating from minus infinity to infinity x square of t dt, and this is equal to integrating from where to where? Minus T naught by 2 to minus T naught by 2 to T naught by 2. What is its amplitude? 1, but as per the formula it is 1 square dt. Okay, so integration, differentiation cancels out. I end up with t with the limit minus T naught by 2 to T naught by 2, and this is equal to upper limit is T naught by 2 minus of minus lower limit is, so minus of minus plus T naught by 2. So this is equal to 2 times T naught by 2, so it is T naught joule. Okay, so this is the energy. Next, problem number 7. Problem number 7. So x of t is given by e power minus a into mod of t. Okay, and provided a takes only positive value. So this is a new kind of signal for you. So before solving the problem, we will see what is the signal looks like. Okay, I'll write it here. So e power minus a into mod of t is defined by, so mathematically it is e power minus at. It's an exponentially decreasing signal for t greater than 0, and e power plus at, it's an exponentially increasing signal for t less than 0. This is how e power minus at is defined. Okay, graphically, so this is our independent variable t, 0, this is e power minus a mod t. Okay, so for t greater than 0 it is exponentially decreasing, right, because e power I have minus at. So a is rate at which it decreases here. Small letter a says that at what rate the signal is decreasing. Okay, so this is e power minus at. So for t greater than 0. What about for t less than 0? For t less than 0 it is exponentially increasing signal. It is exponentially increasing signal, and a is the rate at which it is exponentially increasing. So this is e power at. Fine. So this is how e power minus a mod t is defined. Now I have to check whether this signal is energy signal or power signal, and if it is energy I need to find its energy, and if it is a power signal I need to find its power. Fine. Now, so what is this? Is it a periodic signal? No, it's not periodic signal. It's not repeating after a particular time interval, right? It's a non-periodic signal, so therefore it's a energy signal. It's a energy signal. It's a energy signal. Now how do we find energy? E is equal to what? Integrating from minus infinity to infinity x square of t dt, right? Now what I'll do, I'll split the integration from minus infinity to 0 one part of the signal, and 0 to infinity the other part of the signal. Okay, as a whole e power minus at, let me write it here, E is equal to integrating from minus infinity to infinity. So e power minus a mod t whole square, because x square of t dt, right? Dt. So e is equal to integrating from minus infinity to infinity. I'll take this 2 inside, e power minus 2 times a into mod t dt. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll split this integration. Integrating from minus infinity to 0. Integrating from minus infinity to 0. E power minus infinity to 0, what is the signal I have? E power 2 times at dt plus integrating from 0 to infinity. For 0 to infinity, what is the signal I have? So e power minus 2 times at dt. Okay. So don't look at this, you look at the signal definition. According to the signal definition, you write what is there in the negative side of t and what is there in the positive side of t. Negative side of t is exponentially increasing signal, so that's why e power at, but I have written 2 times at because of this formula. It is square, no? So since this square went inside, so e power 2 at. So the positive side is e power minus at, so minus 2 at. Okay. So look at the signal definition and put, do the integration accordingly. Now, so what do we have? Energy is equal to integrating from minus infinity to 0 e power 2at dt plus integrating from 0 to infinity e power minus 2at dt. Right? So E is equal to, what I'll do, I'll interchange the limit. So what do I get? 0 to minus infinity. When I interchange the limit, what is the consequence? There is a minus here. Correct, no? So e power 2at dt plus integrating from 0 to infinity e power minus 2at dt. Okay. Now what I need is this minus infinity, I need to convert it to plus infinity so that I can just take the common term here. So for first term, I'll replace put t is equal to minus t. So wherever t is there, I have to replace minus t. So what happens to dt? dt will be replaced by minus dt, right? So what do I get? E is equal to minus of, so t is varying from 0 to minus infinity. So so this is actually t, right? T is varying from 0 to minus infinity. So now it is minus t is equal to 0. So if this minus goes to the other side, I get 0 itself. Now minus t is equal to minus infinity. So minus minus cancels out, I get plus infinity. Okay. So e power 2a into minus t, so minus of 2at into minus dt, because t is replaced by minus t now. So minus dt, so that minus and this minus into minus plus, so I get plus dt. So plus, so integrating from 0 to infinity e power minus 2at dt. Now this is nothing but what? 2 times integrating from 0 to infinity e power minus 2at dt. Okay, and this is equal to what? 2 times e power minus 2at divided by minus 2a, right, with the integration limit 0 to infinity. Integration of e power minus 2at with respect to t is what? E power minus 2at itself divided by the coefficient of t is minus 2a. So minus 2a, right? So I'll just continue with this side. So this is equal to what? I'll take minus 2a, 2 divided by minus 2a. This minus 2a I took it out. Now I apply the limit e power minus 2a into infinity, minus 2a into infinity. Upper limit minus lower limit is e power minus 2a into 0. What is e power minus infinity? It is 0, right? What is e power 0? This is 1. So what did I end up? E is equal to, this 2 cancels out, minus 1 by a into, so 0 minus 1. So this minus into minus plus, so E equal to 1 by a joules. So this is the energy of the system.